Okay. Versatile Vigilante, Young Vince, Uncle Vinny. Nobody here today. That's, you know what that means, man. Solo episode time. Let's get right into it. Let's talk some shit. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's get it, man. Hopefully get some good comments and people relate to this shit. So it's the end of the second quarter, beginning of the third quarter. Fucking nuts. 2023, halfway over. It feels like it just started, but we're in the summer. We're in July, and time doesn't fucking slow down, man. So I wanted to have a little bit of a review of what's been going on, talk about what's been going on. So really just focused over the last little bit on doing what I've been doing, bro. Doing what I've been doing in my personal life, in podcast life, and other aspects of my life. Just doing what I've been doing. I got no real sexy updates. Like, I don't have any, even all my short-term goals. And when I say short-term, like kind of for the year, none of it involves like crazy on the surface, like wow headline type shit. It's all about consistency, staying present as much as possible, just staying balanced. Best example I'll give, my goal of 2023 was to podcast wise, I was able to drop weekly episodes damn near in 2022. I wanted to do that again 2023, weekly episodes, interview, solo episode, good shit. Keep building the network, having good conversations. That was my goal. I literally, in this year of 2023, I have no goals of like some crazy video, maybe some shit at the end of the year. You never know. But content wise, like I really wanted to just stay super consistent, and I've been doing that. I've dropped every single week. In my personal life, make good financial decisions, business, understand my really financial situation, just because man, I'm 27. I'm not a super kid. I'm not old either, but I'm not a super kid, and I just want to get financially fucking set up. So that's like the main shit that I've been dealing with this year. Those are my two main goals. With that being said, there's been so much shit kind of that comes with that. Like, it's crazy. Your goal can be very clear, but life is sometimes very unclear. And with these goals, I'm doing them and I'm working. I'm doing my best with it, and I'm happy with how things are. But I'm a human being, and I think we all wonder about like what's the future really gonna hold. And I mentioned staying present. Staying present is an amazing challenge, man, because where I am right now, I don't really know the next step in a lot of my life, and personally, professionally, vigilante. I don't know what the next step is. Like, I would love to tell somebody that, yeah, these are my plans and this is what I'm going to do. And I can't really say that. I have goals, and for those goals, I think I know how to get there. Fuck that humble shit. I know how to get to these goals. But when I'm talking about like life, for example, when I think about how the fuck am I gonna build this into an empire, let's say that, I don't know every step, bro. I don't know every step, but I have principles, and I think that's the thing that's something I've learned from just trying my best to stay present in what I'm doing. You never fucking know how it's going to go. You'll never, ever know how it's going to go. But you have these morals and principles, and those are like your safety nets, bro. Like, in any situation, you keep your morals, principles, a strong, you keep that in a tough situation. You'll be able to figure everything out, bro. Like, you'll be able to handle what's thrown at you. I really do believe that, man. And I think that's kind of what staying present is, for me at least. When I think about staying present, I think it's just a reminder of who you are. Like, if you've done some cool shit, if you've overcome some real challenges and had real trauma and real situations that you've dealt with, I think that helps you continue to grow, man. I think that's something that helps you get to where you're trying to go. I really do truly believe that, because it's kind of a reminder, like, yo, I do this shit. I know what the fuck I'm doing out here. And that's the thing, bro. I've learned there's going to always be things and outside influences and people that I think do kind of, they're things that can throw you off your game, man. Little temptations and little fucking jabs and, shots from the cheap seats. Like, that's always gonna happen, bro. Little outside factors to try to throw you off your game. And what I think that is when you doubt yourself, when those little outside factors make you start doubting yourself, I think that's what that means. And that's where staying present really helps me, where it's like, yo, I have no idea what's going to happen in the future. I really don't. And what's happened in the past, I can never fucking change. And if someone hates me for shit that I did, that's fair. And if I'm going to fucking do some shit in the future that's crazy, it is what it is. But I'm not at that point anymore, and I'm not here yet. And if I don't take care of business in this current stage, the future gets hurt by that. And the past, yo, I don't know, bro. The past is the past. That shit's not here to help you anymore. It's you're in that situation. And it's just so interesting to me, bro. Like, I'll be thinking about that shit. Like, I'm human, man. I get stressed out. I think about shit. I'm like, fuck, I'm not where I want to be with this. I'm not here yet. I haven't achieved this yet. And it's just trippy, man. It's impossible. Like, you have to do step by step. Like, you can't achieve all this shit at the snap of a fingers, man. I think sometimes go way too fast. I think so. I do, and I see other people too. I think they do as well. Not judging anybody, but I see shit. I'm an observant guy. And I think, bro, like, for me at least, I just can't be in a rush. Like, I can never be in a rush, bro. I just don't believe in, like, this has to be done by this time or else I'm fucked. Like, when it comes to goals and projects, that's different. That's like something you set a target for and let's get it done. Like, if I gotta get an interview and get it out by this certain day, that has to be done. Like, make shit happen. But for like personal goals and shit like that, I just don't feel you should be rushed to get yourself stressed out. Like, I don't think rushing is good, bro. I think our culture tries to reward rushing and like just speeding and like moving just to move and fucking looking busy more than actual like strategy and planning. Like, I see that a lot, bro. You can be doing the most on the surface, but what are you getting accomplished? And that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's about just doing the most. I think it's getting shit actually done, as funny as that sounds, and the staying present shit kind of helps me with that, because I think about it. I want this. I want to do this. I want to do this. But I can't do all that shit at the snap of the fingers. It has to be done. And it's done by step by step. Each position that you're currently in, you work in that position, you'll eventually go to a new level. And if you're doing good work, you'll go to a higher level. But it's not like if I do this fast, if I get all this shit done this fucking quickly, then I'm going to be at this level faster. Like, it doesn't work like that, bro. There's fucking life, like a universe out here. You can't just make 5 steps in a day and be like, this is okay, I've leveled up 5 levels. Nah, man, that's not how it works. This shit is daily. This shit is a daily task, bro. So you go to sleep, that next day starts, you got shit to do, bro. It's not about if I do everything in this 1 hour, it's not like that, bro. I think about that as a reminder for myself. Like, I think our culture is very much rush, speed, fast, run into a fucking wall. And I challenge that, bro. I've never agreed with that. I don't think it's about if you do it the fastest, you're the best. I never felt that way. I think usually when you're going too fast, it's not built properly. Like, you look at a house, you're trying to build that shit too fast. The material, you use cheap material, you didn't fucking make the stuff right. Like, I just typically think going too fast is quite dangerous, and I think it's just going slow to where you're not moving is no good. But I just don't see the rush, bro. Like, I've never understood the rush in terms of, like, if I get these things done, I'm set. It's not like that, man. Life never fucking stops. Life never, until you're gone. I don't want to get too deep into that conversation, but yo, bro, like, I learned this shit at a younger age too. Like, if you do all this shit as fast as possible, like, it's not like you skip a level. It's got to be done right, first of all. And second of all, you're back here tomorrow, bro. And I say this to myself because I'm always doing random shit. Like, so I don't have this shit figured out by any means, but I just see it in the culture we're in. Like, everything's fast, and it's not good quality typically. It's not like it doesn't typically even fucking work. So the staying present, like staying true to yourself, for me is very, very important, man, because I'm the only one that makes my decisions. The staying present, I think it can be stressful because you realize you got to make all your decisions, especially if you're trying to do great shit. Like, you can't have someone making a decision for you, and that can be really stressful. But at the same time, it's a huge blessing because you got unlimited ceiling. Your ceiling, it doesn't exist as long as you do what you want to do. You keep making those decisions, and you keep rocking, and you have a vision, bro. The opportunities are endless, and that's crazy to think about because there's also, your mind can wander. You could think, oh fuck, what if this happens? What if this happens? But yo, you also got to think about what if this happens in that positive way, bro. You can't always be thinking though. You can't think the worst, bro. You got to think, okay, if this happens, what's the risk? Sure, but what's the fucking reward? And, I advise people, bro. I do this in my life, man. I've done it, and I will have to do it again. I advise people to look around them, bro. If you feel like you got too many, it's usually people, but whatever, things too, that are, trying to show you too much of the worst possible outcome, that's not good, bro. The worst possible outcome very rarely happens. Like, it's very rare that I'm going to leave the house and I'm going to fucking fall into a well and that's going to be it for me. Like, that very rarely, that shit doesn't happen like we think it does, bro. And if it does, crazy. But you can't be thinking about the worst, man. How are you going to be thinking about, oh, fuck, this is the worst possible outcome before it's there? Like, you're fucking yourself. You're done. And then if you don't think about what's the furthest you can go, like, if I do this, what's some potential? You're looking at some steps down the line, bro. How are you going to look at the worst possible thing? That's kind of what I'm saying. In order to reach certain highs, like, in order to reach these huge lofty goals, you got to get to these goals, and to do that, you got to be on point, bro. You got to be on point. This shit is not easy to do. It's really not easy. That's one thing I want to say. Like, there's a lot of gurus. There's a lot of, I don't know, bro. There's a lot of character. I'm a character. There's a lot of characters that I see, and they make life sound very, very simple. Like, if you do this, and this, you're good. And honestly, I do believe that, but I believe that it's personal. Like, I can't tell you what this step is going to be for you. To get to this next step, I can't really tell you because I don't know what goes on in your head. I don't know what goes on in your life. You got to make these decisions for yourself. And that's kind of why I bring it up, bro. Like, I don't think it's good to think if I do this, and this, it's going to work because it worked for this person. It's not like that, bro. Everyone's pathway is different. It's important to listen to good influences, absolutely. And if there's someone that you kind of look up to, can take some things, take some things from them and apply it to yourself. That's very beneficial. But what works for you, and what doesn't work for you, or what works for someone else, it might not work for you. Um, and don't get bullied into that, bro. Like that's kind of what I'm trying to say. Sometimes I feel that everyone wants you to be just living the way they do. I'm crashing out. I want you to crash out too. And it's just something you got to be very careful about, bro. Never forget that, man. I you never forget that you have your own cards to play. I really feel that way, bro. That's something that is very important to me. If I'm going to make a mistake, I want to make my own mistake, man. I don't want to do it by doing what someone else thinks is best or what someone else wants to try. Like, yo, you do what you got to do. But for me, in every aspect of my life, not just this shit, I want to make my own fucking mistakes, bro. If I look stupid, I don't really care as long as I make that call. It's my choice, you know? And with that also comes, if you reach a goal, if you hit that goal, if you're successful in what you're trying to do and you do it how you want to do it, it tastes much sweeter, bro, as opposed to you just kind of giving up your choices, giving up your life power to someone else. I can't really fuck with that, man. For me, that's not for me. And I don't want that. And I want to kind of wrap things. I rambled a lot. I know I rambled a lot, man. But yo, this is just talking shit. If you watch these videos, you know what it is. And I really appreciate you. I can't I don't want to read a script. I'm sorry. Like, I don't want to read a script. I'm rambling. I like to fucking chill, talk shit. Sorry. But if you're liking this, you're the GOAT. You know, I respect it because you're listening to a maniac talk for fucking 20 minutes. But I want to kind of bring it full circle now. Just wrap things up. I want to shout out French Montana, man. French Montana is an amazing example of this stuff that I've been talking about. In my opinion, the reason I bring him up is I've been a fan of his since I was in grade 10, which was 2010. So it's 2023. You do the math. I've been a fan of this guy for a long time. And seeing his growth over the years is unbelievable, man. From where he started to now is just remarkable. And he's got a film coming out. It's about his life. It was at the Tribeca Film Festival called For Khadija, and I can't wait to watch it. He posted a trailer, and the trailer showed French Montana posted a trailer of his documentary, and it was a lot of footage from back in the day when he was really like early 2000s, and then Coke Boys, Coke Wave type shit. And seeing French Montana's story is very inspirational because he's had so many different phases in his life and career. Like, from just when I started listening to him, he used to be like more on the street shit. He was definitely a hood guy, like 100%. Became more into the mainstream and became like a huge superstar. And he's an amazing example. French Montana, to me, is an amazing example of step by step you evolve. You know, he was doing the street shit at a younger age. He evolved into more, mainstream shit, and he evolved into way bigger projects and shit. And he's just an amazing example of there's really no ceilings to this shit. If where you are, you kind of decide that's where you're gonna stay, then that's where you're gonna stay. But there really aren't ceilings to this, bro. We can't put limits on ourselves, man. That's we're putting ourselves in our own prison. You put a limit on yourself, you're never gonna get anywhere, man. But if you have an understanding of this is kind of what I want to do, and I could see it going this way, it gives you something to work towards. You got to work towards that. It's not like if I think about I'm going to be the GOAT and then never do anything, that's not going to work. But if, I want to be this, I want to be the best I can be at this, you can do shit to actually get there. And French Montana is an amazing example of that. And it's a lot of power. Those types of stories really inspire me because he took control of his life, You take control of your life, you accept that your choices are your choices, bro, then the opportunities are endless. Sure, with that means it's a lot of pressure on you. Every choice I make is I gotta make a choice. You know, if I fail, it's all on me. I can't blame anybody. But if you get to where you think you're gonna be, doing it your way, bro, that's an amazing accomplishment. That's a huge reward. So French Montana is a great reminder of that. There's amazing people in the city as well. Shout out Meredith Lum, man. Shout out Takeo for putting me on to Meredith Lum. First of all, dope event. Bro, there's so many cool. Follow her on Instagram. Shout out for the sticker too. But so many cool people in the city doing their thing right now, man. In the city of Toronto, very like interesting time. I have days where I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna leave the city. Other days I'm fucking like, I'm in love with the city. Like, you know, I'm all over the place too. But there's so many cool people doing their thing. It keeps me inspired. It helps me see that there's opportunity out there. Helps me keep working. Also helps me understand that it's cool sometimes to take a step back and reevaluate some things. Bro, being on the move constantly, it's amazing, and I don't know, I enjoy it, but also it is you're working, bro. So mental maintenance, health, all that shit, self maintenance, huge. But yeah, man. I think we're gonna wrap it up, bro. I really hope I made some fucking sense. Long story short, you make your own mistakes, man. You at least you learn from them. If you let someone else make a choice for you, do something for you that you're not comfortable with, you don't get anything from that. You don't learn from it. You didn't get experience. You learn from it in that, okay, next time I'm not going to do that again. But when you make your own mistakes, take your own chances, you have a real opportunity to learn a lot, gain a lot of valuable experience, and see what that next level might look like. You might not make it to that next level with every move, but you're getting closer and closer as long as you're learning, and as long as you're still taking those steps, bro. I don't want someone else making a decision for me that I don't believe in. I got to make my own decisions. I got to believe in what I'm doing. If, I don't want to blame anybody, and I don't want to take the pressure off them. I want the pressure in my life, bro. I want to have pressure because I want to make the choices. I want to make the moves. To have no pressure means someone's doing shit for you. Someone's making choices for you. Someone's telling you what to do. I never want that shit, bro. If I really fuck up, that's all right. It's based on my choice. I'll take something from it. I'll learn from it. And if I'm successful in what I do, fire. I did that shit. But I want my own power, bro. I don't want anyone saying this is what you should do, and I don't want to let anyone do anything that I don't want to do. That's it, bro. That's just that type of energy I've been on, bro, and I don't think that's going to change, even in relationships and all that shit. When it comes to me as a person, all I want is to make my own decisions. I don't want to make someone else's decisions. I don't want anyone making decisions for me. I want to be responsible for what I do, wrong and right, speak for myself. That's pretty much it, bro. I don't need fucking counsel, That's pretty much it, man. Versatile Vigilante, messy episode, but I think fire. When I watch it back, see what we fucking think. But shout out to everyone doing their thing. Go watch some interviews. Go watch Brown Guy interview, Jazz Valentino interview. So many fire interviews this year. Like I said, every single week, expect that. Not going anywhere. Let's fucking get it, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Uncle Vinny. I love everybody. Vigilante season. Let's get it.